Morning, welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project. This is the first of 3 live streams today, so why don't we get started? Okay, so what are we covering in today's live stream? Good morning and welcome wherever you're from, whether it be Twitch, YouTube, Periscope, wherever in the world. Today we have a lot of grocery and waste items that we need to complete coverage. We need a complete coverage of all this stuff so that we can throw it all away. Largely, again, shipping, receiving, this is what comes in must come out. I had to mention, of course, that today's a little bit of we're having a little bit of a problem with the internet, the same problem we've been having for the past 5 days or so, and right now I'm using my data plan to compensate for that. So this might get a bit expensive. I don't know how things will turn out. I'm going to try to make the streams a little bit faster if I can, but it's hard to do that when I have so much to cover. So long story short, today we have a lot of food packaging and waste. What you see is what you get. Take a look at the title, take a look at the photographs. It's all food and groceries, so it's sort of like a review, but not exactly a review at all. So again, the Ahn Rho Project, is this self-therapeutic multimedia project for me to solve the problems and challenges in my life. It is a self-improvement process for me to reach the goals and heights for myself as well. It has many domains. One of them is item catalog subseries, which is all this stuff here basically, and more. Everything that's a physical object I keep track of, I enter into the database, and I speak about it. And then we have the 1000 Days Till Death. That's a different sub-series focused on time management principles, or rather not the principles themselves, but me trying to incorporate them into my daily habits by putting a limit of about 1000 days left to live, which is about roughly 3 years. And then you have another sub-series that more recently focuses on the health and well-being of me trying to literally save, I guess, my caregiver's life. I don't know how I can do that, but we'll get to that when the time comes, hopefully by the end of next week. So those are 3 different sub-series of the Ahn Rho Project, but it has many other aspects of life incorporated in it. Pretty much the entirety of life is what the Ahn Rho Project is this time capsule for me to look back on maybe, 25, 40 years down the road if I'm still here. And it's like a survival game, I suppose. You have to manage finance, relationships, money matters, food, shelter, clothing, all the objects, all the skills you learned, hobbies and interests, entertainment, video, music, everything is included in the Ahn Rho Project. And like I said, maybe one day down the road I'll look back on it. So that's the introduction to the Ahn Rho Project. And why don't we get started on what we have here today. So you see 2 photographs, and there's 2 photographs there of items that I basically can't show to the camera, largely because I've already eaten and thrown away the packaging. I would say that there are roughly I kept in track about 180 servings. This is all food packaging that has been accumulating for the past 3 weeks that I haven't been able to get to due to, I mentioned that this month has been very hectic. It's been a chaotic month. Everything collapsed in on itself. There were problems relating to health, to relationships, to finance. They all just happened at the same time. I wrote down I had a live stream actually earlier, I believe last week, where I went through all the tasks and easily it numbered into 250 different tasks, spanning anywhere between 15 to 35 different domains or aspects of life, from life insurance and benefits to workplace issues to my volunteering gigs over to this business project, alongside to just some entertainment things and managing everything. So everything was just too much of everything, and I wasn't able to cover the food. So we're going to start that today. I'm going to say that we're going to start by saying there are 3 major purchases we bought over the course of, I believe, these 2 to 3 weeks, and there was one that was covered already, so that's good. but we have 2 Metro purchases, so Metro supermarket, and one of them is a Food Basics supermarket purchase. So 3 transactions. Each transaction was about, so the first one I had 9 items, the second I had about 10 items, and then the third one from Metro was about 5 items. So we're gonna just kind of run through all the packaging and go through some rationale, some nutrition, some food that I ate that I wasn't supposed to. Some of it's junk food, a lot of it's junk food, a lot of it's healthy food. We're gonna run through that, some pricing, the costing, and then the logistical packaging, how we're gonna put it all away into the recycling bin and into the garbage bin, and sort things out. Okay. So with that being said, I should mention that that's what we're going to cover in the first 2 live streams, and all of these items here are class 1 in nature because I purchased them myself, therefore I use my own money, meaning it's a class 1 item. That's what class 1 item is. And the last live stream of today, the third one, might be covering class 2 items. So class 2 items are for my caregivers, so that's something that we may or may not get to. And class 4 items, of course, are for my colleagues, or friends or volunteers, and so on and so forth. And so that, again, we might not get to by the end of today. We'll see what happens. Okay, so why don't we get started? So where do I begin? There's so much stuff here. I guess I'll start with the photographs. So we have 2 photographs in the frame. If you're watching right now, there's one that's an Indian snack food, I believe a bika something, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's basically these peanuts with graham seasoning, apparently they say. It's very nice and savory and sweet and spicy at the same time. It's definitely a repeat buy, but I have to watch out because it is high on the sodium count, high on the fat count. Below or above, you see a banana that's split in half and with a spoon inside, I believe. And that was me eating a banana that was a little bit too raw. It was still too green, and so I had to unpeel it, but I couldn't because it was so sticky, and on the inside it was very tart, you know. So what ended up happening was I just snapped it in half, because if I tried to peel it the normal way, all the juice, all the sticky liquids would just flow out. That's how green it was. So I ate the banana sort of like a monkey does. It just snapped it in half, and that's what I was eating about 3 weeks ago, Food Basics at a nearby shopping mall. So we have 2 products or items up there already. Now let's go through all the stuff. I think it makes sense to cover all the items that are related to, I guess, junk food or the same sort of packaging at once. So let's start with that. What we have here is a purchase I made yesterday. This Wednesday. It's called Chev Dough. This is Surati Indian Pleasures Chev Dough. And I don't know how to pronounce it properly, but it's rice flakes. Made this purchase several times before. It's just a favorite of mine. Very crispy, crunchy, just a snack food item. Not too healthy. Again, it's 350 milligrams per 50 grams. I can show it to the camera, and it's got a lot of fat, a lot of saturated fat too. But that being said, that's the first item here. And that was mostly a binge eating item. It's about 340 grams for $3. Now, what else do we have? Indian snack foods, just kind of moving on with that nature. Sri Lankan snack foods. This one is the same brand as the one you see in the photograph. BC Bikaram Shamla. So we have 1, 2. This one, again, very sweet and savory. It says all in one, so you can expect a whole variety of different flavors. 150 grams for about 99 cents. I bought this largely because it was on sale and because I haven't tried it before. I want to try it out. So flipping to the back, you can see it is in fact very high on sodium. It's a common theme because these are all snack food items, right? Oh, this one's not bad, 120 grams. It is actually, it's quite bad because it's 30 gram serving. So the whole bag itself, at least 600 grams of salt and a lot of fat. Once again, putting that down to the side, let's move on, continue. We're going to try to speed things up here, keeping in mind the time constraints. Shalini, 2 Shalini brand. Again, snacks again. Meti Matri. I'm just basically food sampling. I'm testing, food testing Indian foods for the past 3 weeks or so. Again, haven't been able to cover that on stream, doing that today, I suppose, in a very makeshift manner. Fenugreek cookies, and very high on saturated fat. Once again, this one's very, very high. 40 grams per 50 grams, it's 40% saturated fat. At least it has some fiber, but that doesn't really make up for it. This one here, nimbu nat, it's spiced, lots of spices incorporated with I guess potato sticks. That's what it's the general texture is like. It's like potato sticks or hickory sticks. Very spicy. Definitely, if you it's gonna give you a hard time when you go to the washroom. I'll just say that. So we have these two packages here. Again, both of them very unhealthy. This one has way too much sodium, but again, that's why you're not supposed to eat that. It's like 450 per 30 grams, and this one has way too much saturated fat. So once again, we have about 6 products so far we covered so far. By and large, about 5 of them Indian foods. Now we're going to move on here to poker cappuccino. This was a gift I bought for my caregivers. He ate about half of it, 8 wafers. Again, this is not very healthy at all. Taking a look to the back here, nutritional facts goes way up in saturated fat. It is every, I believe, 4 wafers is about 40% of your saturated fat, give or take. Sugar content is still pretty bad, but it's a snack. What do you expect? The worst part about this was the saturated fat count. Now I bought this for my caregivers because I ended up binge eating a lot of his chocolate over this month of hectic chaos, and that's my responsibility. That's my fault, and so I bought this back for him. I knew that he and my mother also like coffee flavored chocolate, so that's why I bought this. It's just cappuccino flavored in nature, and that's why I bought that. Tried it myself. Now we got some real stinky stuff here. So this is some disgusting. I should have tossed this away. There's no fucking reason why I should still have this here. You can see I kind of broke character right there, didn't I? That's all right. We have these banana peels here. It's disgusting. It's from last Sunday. But like I said, I had to cover it on stream, and I'm so desperate to cover it that I'm using data right now. So we have 2 banana peels that have been sitting in my room for 2 weeks. There's been a fly, a small little fly, baby fly, thank goodness, that has been flying around all over my room because it smells of bananas. I'm trying to get the fuck out of here. So get the fuck out of here. We have these, the one in green. Each purchase of bananas, I bought 2 bananas each time. One's from Food Basics, had 2 bananas in this green plastic bag, transparent. And then we had 2 purchases of bananas, 2 bananas each purchase. This one's from Metro, so white clear plastic bag. So just the peel on the inside, Food Basics green, Metro white for comparison. What I'm gonna do is, we're gonna talk about logistics and how we're gonna throw this all away into the garbage can later on. But we definitely need to organize it. Okay, now we have even more. This is the last, I believe, Indian snack we hear. Shalini once again, but this is spicy banana wafers. But really, there's banana chips. Think of banana chips. High on saturated fats, once again, high on sodium count. Put that down to the side, 150 grams for about $1.20. So again, you're getting the sense of the idea. Most of these things are just tasting. I wanted to try them out. I know that they're very well seasoned, well spiced, and they're not very healthy for sure. That's the profile general of all of these things. We have some stuff here that I just binge ate on. This is not food sampling. I wasn't food testing. This is just me being a fucking moron and going out there when I was working, getting stressed out because stuck between my 2 businesses and my health and my work, my full-time employment, my job, as well as relationship issues. And then everything just comes, money matters, paying back the loans, all that kind of stuff. Not having Wi-Fi to continue this project, and then trying to find some way to work around it, which I haven't been able to. Okay, so we got these 2 chips here. Should not buy it. I shouldn't have. This one was pretty shitty because I bought it before. I didn't realize. I didn't realize that I taste tested it already. and it's not very good. I didn't really like it at all, so it's kind of pointless. And I mean, it had fiber, whatever. I'm not even gonna cover it. So Taki's brand from Food Basics. And there are these chips here. Again, just more junk food, full of junk food. Bullshit. That's why this is a marathon continuation. You see it says part 2 in the title, right? We're continuing on a marathon that we had on Thursday. Yesterday I couldn't get the Wi-Fi running, unfortunately. And today I still couldn't, so I'm using the data. And that's shit. I can still see the modem's blinking, meaning that it's not working. So we have Irresistibles chips right here. Devil's BBQ, one of my favorite flavors. But even still, I should not have eaten it. I should not have purchased it. I just didn't have anything for work, and I just was being a moron. Decided to buy some junk food instead of anything healthy. Alright, that's I think all I can cover for this stream because it's going on past 10 minutes, I'm pretty sure. And so what we're going to do is, I think the most important thing for me is during this portion of the stream, I need to package all the food together. And I don't know, I'm thinking about how to do this. Okay, so we have this bag here. Okay, I'm starting to get my thinking cap on. Okay, I'll put this here. We're gonna put all the snack foods together. So the snack food packaging, all this goes together. There's at least, so how many have we covered here? At least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we have the photographs. You can't forget the photographs of food packaging that I threw away already. So that's at least 8 of these packages. We'll fold them up in addition to this poker thing here. And then of course we have the bananas. And the bananas again are also organic matter, so I have to throw that away properly into the compost, but most likely I'm just going to put that all together. Okay, so we're going to continue this on the next stream where I'm going to try and package all of this. What I intend on doing is I'm actually going to show this. Maybe I'll just do it now, I don't know. But we have this stuff here, some oatmeal, so this is definitely more healthy. This is just something I have for breakfast every morning. Oatmeal with, usually I add some cloves, some ginger, ground ginger, cinnamon, and cloves, as well as nutmeg and flax and chia seeds. Then we have this bread here, Country Harvest. What I intend on doing is these 2 items are not purchases I've made recently. They're things I've had for at least 2 months now. I shouldn't have had the bread loaf for that long. I need to throw this away. And this oatmeal that I purchased, and I covered both these items in previous streams, so I don't have to cover this stream. But long story short, I'm going to put all this packaging inside. And so that's why I guess I'm going to do in the next live stream. I don't think I have enough time in this live stream to continue, so I'm trying to keep it capped at around 15 minutes because that's about the Instagram limit before they say that you have to upload something smaller. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next live stream. This is the Ahn Rho Project. This is a marathon. We're continuing off of the marathon on Thursday, and we're going to try and cover all the food packaging on Thursday. I believe we covered all the photography, all the food photography, and today we're covering all the material packaging. So we'll see you in the next live stream, maybe 5 minutes, who knows.